Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another part of the progression series on Hyperion. Last video we went through and made some pretty big upgrades, mostly on our node stones, and we did some things with our V matrix, which let us get a lot of damage. So we have some boost nodes in now and some 5th job skills, so at least even though our equips are looking a little bit empty, we should be able to do quite a lot more damage than we did before. And I guess I wanted to start this video by just going through some daily bosses and trying to see if I can get more bosses out of the way than we did before. So I'm probably just going to go down this list to see which ones we can do and then test out our damage for sure. So let's just go through and just try all the bosses and see how we go. So for Magnus today, I'm actually going to try to do normal Magnus just to see how we go in terms of the damage for that one, because easy Magnus we know we can do. Let's see if we can do normal for just a little bit more money. Normal Magnus seems to be pretty doable, not too difficult. It's a little bit longer than easy Magnus, but with the 5th job skills it is very doable, and it didn't even take that long. So that's good. That's a 7 more mil over I think easy Magnus. So let's just keep going. The next boss I want to try that we haven't done before would be Chaos Horntail. We don't really need his drops at the moment, but it is extra money. And we haven't really tried Chaos before. I probably could have cleared normal Horntail, but I wanted to hold off for my 5th job to try Chaos straight up. Ironically, the heads along the way to Horntail took longer than the actual boss, but I guess it's because I pressed all of my 5th job skills, so it made at least the main boss a lot faster than the heads, which is good. So there's another boss that we can do pretty comfortably, and I actually forgot that it does drop a pendant, so I guess we could use this Chaos Horntail pendant just for the time being. And yeah, it's not a bad game, just filling up more of our inventory slots. As you can see though, like I haven't really made too many upgrades on these boss pieces just yet because I haven't really decided on what to do with them. I'm just keeping it open at the moment. So the next boss I'm going to try is actually normal Arcarium. We've been doing easy Arcarium until this point, but I think given how fast we cleared both normal Magnus and Chaos Horntail, I think normal Arcarium is probably within our reach. It might take a while only because we don't have our 5th job skills up just yet, but I think it can't hurt to try. So if we're lucky, we might even get a Dominator Pendant. A Mechanator Pendant is almost guaranteed. I feel like normal Arcarium drops it quite frequently, so hopefully we get one of the 2 pendants. If not, we might even get both. As expected, it was a pretty easy clear as well, and we did actually get a Mechanator Pendant, so that's good. We'll just keep collecting these until we find one that is a little bit better. You can tell like the flames on this isn't too good, but it is a direct upgrade from the Chaos Horntail pendant, so I'm happy to wear that instead. I think now we can also try to do normal Pink Bean. With our 5th job skills, normal Pink Bean should also be a breeze, so if we're lucky we might even get a Pink Bean Cup. I don't think the drop rate's too high on normal Pink Bean, but again, we're just hoping for it. As expected, with our 5th job skills, it does pretty short work of Pink Bean, so there's just another boss that we can start clearing. There are a few more bosses that I would like to start doing. The first one will be Ranmaru. You have to do a short pre-quest to be able to teleport there, but he is also another pretty easy boss, I'd say, for the early game after you hit 5th job, and he gives a lot of money as well. And another one that also requires a pre-quest that I haven't done is Papulatus. This one just gives us another weekly that we can do as well to unlock, and for the normal version he gives a lot of money as well. So let's try to get both these pre-quests out of the way, and then we give the bosses a go as well. After a few deaths, we did actually get the kill on Ranmaru as well. The thing about Ranmaru is that he does hit pretty hard, so depending on your class you might just die. Thankfully I could tank like a couple of hits before dying, so the boss wasn't too bad. But yeah, do keep in mind this particular boss does hit kind of hard. Nice thing about him, it does drop this shoulder piece, so I can actually use this for the time being instead of waiting for the Magnus one. Though I think the Magnus one, it is part of the set, so we do get like a little bit of extra stuff. But until then, I'm pretty happy just using the shoulder from Ranmaru. Next up, we'll go do the Papillardus prequest. So Papillardus does take a little bit more time than some of the other bosses, but also very doable, so that's very good. I think that pretty much concludes all the daily bosses. The only one that I can't do at the moment is Von Leon because I didn't do his prequest. I usually do this in my other progressions, but in this particular series, because we are Hyperburning a character, we get a lot of equips that I would typically go to Von Leon for. A lot of them have been provided to us, so I haven't done the prequest for him so far. I do lose a little bit of money, but I think that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, considering how long it takes to actually go do his prequest. With all those daily bosses done, let's have a look at how much money we made. So the last time I did this, I think we made like 35 mil or something, so I'm expecting this to be closer to like 70. Oh, actually a lot better than I expected, 90 mil. 90 mil crystals, it's because a lot of these are 13, so we got Papillardus, Ranmaru, and I think one more, yep, Hyperion gives us 12. So a lot of these daily crystals are worth a decent amount of money. And I think this will start adding up real soon. We're getting kind of close to our 1 bill, our first bill on this account. Thankfully, the Hyperion supply drops have been giving us a lot of money as well. So we're making our way up with our wallet. So I think the account is in a pretty good spot at the moment. I think right now I should be focusing on trying to level up and trying to get more levels into the arcane symbol. The way we do that is to do our dailies. So I actually haven't started it since the last time I released a video, which wasn't too long ago from when I was recording. We get our dailies from this NPC over here, and I'm not going to do it just yet. I know that I just hit level 200, so I should start them. But the reason why I don't want to do it just yet is I reckon I can hit 205 before I need to do these dailies. And if I hit 205, I can finish the Reverse City prequest. And if I do that, I'll be able to get double symbols from this NPC. So I think if I hold out just a little bit, I can go ahead and get double the amount of EXP from Reverse City. So I do have these experience potions that we get from hitting the 5th job. So this one should actually level me up. And we also got some of the coupons from the Identisk event. So we can use these coupons. These were from the Otter minigame that we did. So I do have 2,000 points and I can actually power level this character pretty quickly. I'm gonna do this just to shortcut some of it, so then we can go straight into Reverse City. Because I kind of want to do these Arcane River dailies as soon as possible, so I don't procrastinate. So now that we're at 206, we can go off and start the next quest line and double our arcane symbols for Vanishing Journey. So let's go quickly do the quest line and do our dailies. With Reverse City done, I think now we should be able to get double rewards from our Vanishing Journey. It will speed up our Vanishing Journey arcane symbol quite a lot, because I believe Vanishing Journey actually gives you quite a lot already, and having it doubled is pretty amazing. Now that we've done that, it should give us quite a lot of arcane symbols, especially because we've done Reverse City as well, and it also should give us quite a lot of EXP. It gave us 10%, that's a lot, for pretty much just doing your regular dailies, and it gave us 20 symbols as well. I don't have the inventory slots to claim them, but I'll get around to redeeming them soon enough. Moving on to something that isn't the main at the moment, it's time to do another 0 to 100, and I have decided to use Demon Avenger as one of my main 0 to 100s. I mentioned in the previous video that I wasn't really sure where to put the Identisk EXP mob killing thing. And I think it's a good idea to put it on a Demon Avenger because of two things. The first thing is that its Link skill is quite good, it gives you damage, and on top of that, the Legion block is also valuable, which is, I believe, boss damage. And I think as a level 3 Link, Demon Avenger is very good. Training a Demon Avenger up to 200 isn't too bad as it is, because the class is quite strong and doesn't really require any potions or anything like that. But just speedrunning it to level 210 might be just very convenient, and it seems like a good value 210 character to have. So that's like the long-term goal with this character. Eventually I will get it to 210. With that being said, I'll see you guys in a bit when this character is at level 100. There we go, we have another character done from 0 to 100, and one thing that I didn't realize until now was that you actually get, I think, frozen gear. I read this in one of the comments, I actually never checked, and that's what I get for not reading the patch notes. We actually do get some frozen gear, so you don't just come out completely naked, so that's quite good. At the very least, I can train this character somewhat okay, even if I choose to do nothing else, which is a big relief, I think. But anyway, I think now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Identisk event on this character, so then I can put it into the room so I can power level it. I think it will be a good use of the event on a character that has a level 3 link. And to some extent, putting on the event earlier wasn't a bad idea, because at least I have an expectation for how much EXP I can get. But when I start using it more often throughout the event, I think I want it on something that has a level 3 link that's quite strong. And I think Demon Avenger has both a good link and Legion, so it's like the perfect character for that. As expected, we got about 30 levels from just the Identisk part. And I think now is a good idea to just keep training with the EXP coupons on and see if I can get to 140. If I get to 140, it'll be good, because at least I can start using the extreme growth potions on it, or rather 141. So we'll see how far we can get with the rest of this coupon. So surprisingly, the Demon Avenger is actually quite strong, and I managed to get to 140 by the time that the EXP coupon ran out, which is quite a lot further than what my Evan did with the same amount of time. I'm very happy that I got to 140, because at least now I have the upgraded Legion block that you get once you hit level 140. I just need to do one more level to get it to 141, so then I can put it into the range of the Identisk extreme growth potions. But at the rate that I'm going, I will probably end up using the Identisk food storage warehouse thing on this character once it comes back around, so maybe the extreme growth potions aren't going to be too relevant. It's good to know that at least the Demon Avenger is more or less complete for the time being. With the Demon Avenger done, I think I actually might have enough levels to unlock my Legion grid now. So if I talk to this character, I think I might be able to unlock my Legion. And there we go, we have 590 on the Legion board. So that's kind of neat. I can actually assign my units onto the board. I'm not going to be too fussed about where they go at the moment, because the gains are quite minimal, but I guess I might as well try to be efficient, or not. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get, right? Between it and magic attack. And yeah, this board will slowly build out. So far, it looks like most of the legions are somewhat relevant. I'm mostly excited for this Demon Avenger. It is boss damage, so that's very useful. And I have int for myself, and we'll slowly build this out. I don't think this will be a priority. On top of having our legion now in place, I do have a new link skill that I can put in, which is the Demon Avenger, of course. And that gives us 10% damage, and we'll slowly get it to level 3, which will give us an extra 5%. And I think with this we might want to try to do another boss. This is something I don't typically tend to do as part of my progression, which is Golix. I think Golix, usually people go for the higher tiers of difficulty, known as Hard and Hell Golix. But I think that there is some merit in doing the boss even at the normal stage, because I believe you can get solid equips that can drop out of it. I think it drops a solid ring and a solid pendant, both of which I think are very viable early on. And we need to kind of collect more equips to use for damage early on as well. So I might give a go at just normal Golix. And to do that, we need to go through this cutscene. And then when we go in, we need to only kill 2 parts out of the 3 to make it the normal difficulty as opposed to any of the other ones. So I want to go through this cutscene and I'll give it a go. So it looks like normal Golix is very achievable. It didn't take too long to kill and it was very comfortable. See if we can get anything good out of it. I'm not really expecting too much, but I think it would be nice to add into the daily routine just for the chance of the solid ring, and I think also the cracked ring. I guess also the pendants might be pretty decent, so let's see what we get. Absolutely nothing. But that's okay. It's very low effort and just getting the chance of a solid ring, which is pretty good. We can actually go check the stats of the item. The solid Golix ring actually is pretty good in terms of its stats. It has some decent attack, has decent stats. Can be starred up to past 15, which is relevant because then it can start getting extra attack power. Yep, it's just a pretty quick boss and we get a chance at a really good piece of equipment. I think now the main priority for me should be to level up. I did a little bit of training. I got to 209 and about 50%. But I think I should be trying to go for about level 220 now. Mostly because I have a lot of these EXP coupons that I'm going to run out soon. I made a mistake of claiming too many of them at the same time. Which is fine, but I probably can't go through all of them within the expiry period. So I'll see how many I can get done. I'm going to try to aim for 220 so I can unlock Lachlan Prequest and get my 3rd symbol. So I'll have to go through both Yum Yum, Choo Choo. The main thing I want to look forward to is for the Hyperburn at level 210. We have another ring that we can get. It's another event ring, so it's quite powerful. And then at 220, we get the choice of a Dominator Pendant or a 17-star Absolab weapon. Now for me, I'm mostly looking forward to the Absolab weapon. That is a very valuable piece, and it's a direct upgrade, and it's going to be one I'll be wearing for a considerable amount of time. I don't think I'll be replacing even the fake one anytime soon, so getting to 220 seems to be the best way to gain a lot of damage, and of course along the way we get our level 5 symbols and some lodestones as well. I have the option of using the Identisk XP coupon things to level up, but I'm not too sure where to use these on. I might want to use them on other characters, and this character at least is somewhat strong enough to train, so it makes more sense for me to just hold off on this resource for the time being and just use my XP coupons to train up to 220. Before I fully commit to getting to 220, I should probably try to make some upgrades on my items to make training just that little bit easier, so then I can at least one-shot in the Arcane River. One thing that did drop, because today actually is a new day, I did get the shoulder piece from Magnus, so I'll be using this for quite a while. I should probably start this up. And, oh, it came with 3% in too, so that was very convenient, so that's one thing I need to upgrade. Another thing I'm considering is just to use some epic potential scrolls on some of my items. I think the Golden Clover Belt, the Horntail Earring, and I guess also the Mechanator, those will be sticking with me for quite a while, and it makes sense for me to give at least epic potential to them. And actually, my emblem, it doesn't even have anything, so yeah, there's a few things that I should upgrade. Let's get those upgraded first, and then we can decide what to do afterwards. By the looks of it as well, in this Reboot gift box that we get for making a character in Reboot, it does seem at the other tiers, they give us some epic potential scrolls as well, so depending on what we need, we might want to open this, but for now, I'm just going to hold on to it, and I'm going to use the supply drops instead. I believe one of the supply drops gives us some epic potential scrolls. There we are. We have 3 epic potential scrolls from this one. So with these epic potential scrolls, the first thing I'm going to put it on is going to be my emblem. The emblem is probably one of the best pieces of item to get potentials on early because it has the chance of getting % attack, or in my case, % magic attack, and it is a valuable source of damage. So let's see if we can 3-line this with this random stamp I have. Nice. And I can use some of these spare green cubes I found on the floor from doing bosses, see if we can get anything. I'm using these because there's a chance for them to tear up. And we can just use these mystical cubes to see if we can get 6% magic attack. Oh, there we go. We got 6% magic attack and even a little bit more. So that's what we're going to leave it on at the moment. The next thing we're going to epic pot is probably these earrings. I decided not to really go back for Horntail just because I think the boss takes too long. The only issue I have with it is this flame is pretty useless, but I do have these flames I got randomly picked up. So maybe we'll just use these before they expire. See if we can get anything int related. Oh well, there you go. 36 and 6, that is more than plenty. Wow, that is a very valuable flame. We can put the epic potential scroll on this as well. And I don't think I have any more stamps. I'll probably just hold off from spending money on them for the time being. And we'll just use these mystical cubes again to try to go for 6%. Okay, there we go. And we have one more epic potential scroll. We can put it on this ring here, this Horntail ring. I don't know how long it will take us to actually replace this, so I'm happy to just put this on for the time being. And there we go, 6% as well. So that will give us quite a decent boost. Now, a little bit more to address are these 3 spots here that I haven't really done anything with. I do have a cape I got from Normal Magnus, which is a bit more of a boost, so we could use this instead of our frozen cape. And as for the shoes and the gloves, I'm not too fussed with them at the moment. I will replace these pieces of equipment relatively soon. I think I'll just leave them as they are right now, and if I really need the damage, I'll go ahead and upgrade them. But anyway, I'm gonna go start training and try to make use of these EXP coupons. And what I'm going to do is also stock up on some more Monster Park gold potions to get that extra 10%. One last thing I actually forgot to mention before I train is I kind of want my inner ability to be useful. Right now it's got nothing. But we do have this thing from the event, these legendary circulators. So we can use this and it should send everything to legendary, or rather my inner ability to legendary. I know you can do it manually as well, but I was just thinking about these coins, and honestly, there's not too many things that I want from this shop, and a lot of the things that we can get, the event goes for so long, we'll probably be able to come back for them anyway, like these droplets and whatnot. So I'm just going to use my 2,000 coins I've got so far on this legendary circulator to send my inner ability to legendary. And what we're really looking for right now is Meso somewhere in here. Getting more money while training is always really good. And to do that, I think the event gave us some miracle circulators on one of these supply drops. I don't remember which one, but I saw it earlier. Not there they are. We get 3 of them, I think. So we get 3 rerolls on the miracle circulator and see if we can get anything good. Thankfully, with the miracle circulators, you can choose which one you want out of the 2. But again, this is just a free resource, and if we get something, oh, we did. That's kind of good. We got 10% Meso obtained. That's better than nothing, and we even get a little bit of int to go along with it. Alright, I think that's probably as good as it's gonna get for me, and yeah, we'll just go train and try to get to level 220. And of course, along the way, I'll have to do things like the Choo Choo pre-quest, the Yum Yum pre-quest, and the Lashland pre-quest, and we can just go through that together. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm just gonna spend the next however long it takes to get to 220 and put that as my priority. Actually, I just remembered that my Mercedes is almost at 120, so I figured I might as well get to 120 first on the Mercedes to get just that little bit more extra EXP from the Link skill, and then I'll try to train my main to 220. So let's try to get this to 120 first. I can even use some of the spare coupons because I really don't think I can get through all of them. That shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Alright, that took a little bit longer than expected. It almost took the entire 30-minute coupon, and had it not been for that random snowfield portal that we had, I don't think I would have actually hit the 120. But at least it's all done now. We got lucky as well with somebody providing a atmospheric MVP. It was a public one in Hennessy. And yeah, now we got this to 120. We'll have the level 2 Mercedes EXP link. Now we can go back to the main and basically do the same thing and make our way up to 220. For the last 10% of this level, I think I should be able to level up just from these dailies today. Alright, perfect. And there we go, we finished the Choo Choo pre-quest, and we're actually pretty close to getting to Yum Yum as well, so I won't do the Choo Choo dailies just yet, because when we finish Yum Yum, it will give us double the Choo Choo symbols as well. So it's kind of like the Vanishing Journey part, it's just for another area. And now that we hit 210, we can get some extra stuff as well. We get a level 5 Choo Choo symbol, and also an Eternal Flame ring, which I believe is a unique potential ring. I think the last time they gave it to us, it was unique potential. Yep, there we go. Comes in unique. It's better than our Hyperion ring, so we're going to wear it over that. And of course, we're going to equip our Choo Choo symbol. Funny thing about actually doing this Choo Choo pre-quest is that I didn't have the Arcane Force to go through it comfortably, so I put some points into my Arcane Force hyperstat, and yeah, some of the areas were just too high for me. But now with this level 5 symbol, it should give us quite a boost. We're at 230 now, including our hyperstats. So that should be more than enough to go around and train in Choo Choo and in Yum Yum. As for the event ring, I'm not really sure what I should do with it. I do have these event ring exclusive solid cubes, so maybe I'll use it to roll for some quick stat before we continue with our training. Okay, it just teared up on the first try. Okay, well that was convenient. You can't make this up. It's just like some streamer like has infected my series every time. It's not that easy, I promise you. Well, now that we're here, we might as well go for at least 15% int. How does this keep happening on my stream? I will also happily keep anything that says like item drop and int, but this works too. So we got 18%. That is, well, okay. Let's not sit on this too much. Let's just keep going with our training. We have another 15 or so minutes on our coupons, so almost there to Yum Yum. Now that we hit level 215, we can quickly do our Yum Yum pre-quest, so then we can get double arcane symbols from our Choo Choo dailies. So let's get these started. And there we go, we finished our Yum Yum pre-quests, so now we can actually do our Choo Choo dailies, and it should double our arcane symbols for those dailies. So let's do that and see how much EXP we can get from them. Okay, so when we hand this in, it should give us a bunch of EXP and a bunch of symbols. Okay, so we got like, how much is that, like 10% as well. And it gave us 20 symbols as well for the daily. Another thing that we get for hitting level 215 is another thing from the Hyperburning, I believe. For 215, we get another 50 node stones, so let's claim that. And I'm going to quickly open them up and upgrade whichever nodes I get that can be upgraded. So I'm going to take a short break from training on my main because it is time for another 0 to 100 character, and the next character that I'm planning on making is going to be a Phantom. So one of the issues that a lot of new accounts have at the beginning is not having very high crit rate, and Phantom's Link is a very strong one that gives us, I think, 15% crit rate or something, and Phantom is pretty awful to train up to level 100, I'd say, so it's a perfect candidate for the 0 to 100 event. Another level 101 complete on this account, and we have a level 1 link skill, so that should give us a little bit of crit rate, and eventually I will get this character to 120. I think from here I won't be actively training the Phantom, but I will be trying to do Zachem every day just for a little bit of extra EXP. And yeah, like I said, we'll just slowly get to level 120 for that extra crit rate link skill. So originally I was gonna go level up, but I realized that it's about to be the Sunday reset. So I'm thinking I should do all the things that are weekly that would reset tomorrow, and I'll just level up another time. So one of the things that we need to do is actually this scrapyard weekly. Once we clear Lotus and Damien, we're gonna start needing to get some of the cores to be able to actually get the Absolab armor. So might as well get started now, considering how we only have one character that can actually do these weeklies. So I'm going to go through and do my Scrapyard weeklies and then do my Dark World tree. After completing the Haven ones, we got 22 pieces of the Energy Crystal Core. I don't know actually how many we get, because I think I might have picked some up off of the mobs while I was doing the weeklies. So I'm going to say like you probably get like about 20 a week. And this will just add up because I think you do need a fair amount of these to be able to buy your Absolab pieces. So just getting these stocked up and ready to buy the real things as soon as we do Lotus will be good, so we don't have to go back and do these. Especially because this is a time gate, it is definitely worthwhile doing it early when you can. We're going to do something similar for Dark World Tree. Dark World Tree has also Absolab gear, and we'll just have to go there as well and then do their weekly. So let's go run off and do that. After finishing Dark World Tree, we got another 20 of the Sigma Stones. So this is basically the other coin that we need. So these are the two together that we need to get Absolab gear. We have to have both these individual coins. And on top of that, we have to be able to have cleared both Lotus and Damien to trade them in for the coins. And then we can trade those coins in for weapons and equipment. So I believe the shops both have different things. This one has the shoulder and the weapon, and the other one has the remaining 3 equips. So we do have to do this a few more times to be able to get our full Absolab gear. It's a weekly thing, so you want to try to get them done as soon as possible so you don't get locked behind the weekly time gate. Speaking of weekly time gate, I should do what is probably arguably the most important thing to do weekly, which are the mini games that you have to do in each of the individual Arcane River daily areas. For Choo Choo, we have to do Hungry Muto 3 times a week, and for Vanishing Journey, there is the Urda Spectrum mini game that we have to do, and both of them give us 45 symbols, I think, a week. Ideally, I should have gotten to level 220, so then I could also have done the Lachlan one to get another 45, but at the pace I'm going right now, I don't think I'm going to be hitting 220 just yet, so that's okay. I'll miss that, but Arcane River dailies, they'll slowly build up anyway. So I'm going to go do both the mini games. And there we have it. Once we finish both of the sets of weeklies for the Arcane River, we get 45 of each of them, which is a pretty big boost. So we're going to have to try our best to do these every week whenever we remember. So we have a level 7 and a level 6 symbol now, and the Lachlan one is coming quite soon as well. And I think for this video, that might be it. I was really hoping to push for 220, but it's still quite a bit away, and I'm probably just going to wait over for the dailies to reset, and then they'll give me a bunch of EXP to be able to level up the next day. So for now, I'm just going to finish the last of my tasks I need to do, which is actually just Monster Park, and that should get me to level 218, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll get to 221. With that being said, thank you guys for joining me so far on this progression. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the progression as much as I am, and I think that'll be all for today. Thank you all again for watching. Take care and have a nice day.